I'm beginning to record our meeting, and actually I'd like to begin with the repeating of the basic points. I decided to prepare the presentation to explain all the basics of our course. So, just a moment, I will share my video. The plan for today is the following. We will begin with the short description of the course. Then I do hope it will be a little bit more students, so it will be possible for us to think about one case, and then I will set you the first task. So let's begin with the description of the course. During this course, you will have to create the business strategy for a company. If the company is non-diversified company, it will be a business strategy for all company. And if the company is diversified, you will have to create the strategy for one strategical business unit. Everybody has to choose the object of the research, the company. And the company should be any company except financial services and insurance. You will understand why it is so, because because it is very difficult to use some instruments for these types of companies. The title of the company must be accepted by me, and you will have to write it in our chat, and then I fill our common table. It will be table like it was when we communicated within management 2 and management 3, so it will be like progress file. And only one thing, if the company is a diversified company, you should choose only one strategical business unit. I will explain how it is. For example, if you are choosing Chumak company, this is a diversified company, so you will have to choose only one strategical business unit. It could be oil, or it could be some ketchups, or it could be pastas, only one strategical business unit. Okay. Within the course, we will speak about the general chain of strategic management at business strategy level. So your task, your paper will consist of 7 tasks, and the tasks are presented here. The tasks are description of the company, company's mission, objectives and tasks, industry analysis. It's my mistake, company's missions, I'm sorry. Model of 5 forces, strategic group mapping, and strategy of the company. After every lecture, you will have some task, and actually After the today's lecture, you will have the first task, and then you will present your tasks by sending me the tasks to my email. I will check it. If everything is correct, I will just write everything is correct. I will show you. And if something wrong, you will have possibility to fix the mistakes. And what is important for you that if you fix a mistake, it will be like you hadn't done it. So generally, there are two possible ways of presenting the paper. The first, type A. Every task should be sent to the tutor before the deadline. When setting a task, I will set the deadline for this very task. And in this case, it is possible to fix mistakes and get 5A 100, even if there were some mistakes in the first version. So, how does it work? You send me the paper, and if everything is correct, I'm setting the maximum points for this very task, and I will explain the point system a little bit later. And if there are some mistakes, I will ask you to add some information or maybe to change some information. But it will be how it is. It will be for you to decide whether to accept, for example, not 10 but only 8 points for this very task, small task, or just to fix some mistakes or to add some information. It is the possible way A, and the possible way B, you can present the paper a week before the credit week, and in this very case, it's not possible to fix mistakes in the. So I will check the paper as is. So if some mistakes, okay, you will have as many points as as you deserve. Please don't tell me anything about deadlines. It is possible to miss one deadline without any explanation, but the next, you have to understand that the next task can be presented only if all the previous tasks are presented. Because all tasks are interconnected and interrelated. So it is possible to miss one deadline without any explanation. But please be ready that I'm checking the tasks within 48 hours of working days, so within 2 working days. For example, if the deadline, and what does it mean, the deadline? The deadline means that before the deadline, you have to upload the correct version. So, if you send the task before the deadline, it is possible for you to communicate, to discuss, to change anything within your tasks. But you have only 3 times for every task, but actually it's completely enough. So you will have 3 possible times to present every task. But from my previous experience, it is completely enough for changing some information or for fixing some mistakes. The task could be prepared in English, but if in English, please let it be in good English, okay? And but however, you can use Ukrainian for this very task. And it shouldn't be no raw or unstructured information. So I will send you the like the form, the pattern for every task, and you have to follow to this structure. If you want to add anything to this task, you are completely welcome, but only after the everything is written according to the given structure. Sometimes students want to add something. It is possible. It is completely possible, but it's not possible just to send some information and to say, okay, everything is there. You have to write. You have to find all the information here. No, it is not accepted. It means the task is not prepared. So it is like 0 point if the task is prepared like text, unstructured text, and that's all. For example, if I ask you to prepare SWOT analysis, I'm using SWOT analysis because it's very easy to understand these instruments, and I do hope that you remember these instruments from our previous courses. So if I ask you to complete SWOT analysis, so it must be like table, yes, with some internal factors, with weak points and strengths and opportunities and threats, and it shouldn't be like an essay about the company. And it shouldn't be like this. You wrote some description of the company and it's not possible to say, okay, everything in this text. Actually, it is the case to read the text about the company and uh, to understand what is weakness, what is opportunity, what is strength for a company, etc. So no unstructured information, please. Communication. We have lectures on Wednesdays online. We have practices on Tuesdays online. On practices, we will discuss your problems. So if anybody do not understand some point, or sometimes I cannot write the long message answering your letter. So in this very case, I will invite this student to practice. So it will be the obligation of the student to come to this practice and to discuss with me some problems within your tasks. But it's not your obligation to visit lectures because I will upload everything to YouTube. If everything is okay with your tasks, it's possible to miss also practices, but I will visit all lectures and all practices. And if you want to discuss with me some issues regarding the strategic management, you are welcome. And maybe you know that we are preparing for the cold winter, so that's why our rector made a decision to shift all the classes from December to Saturdays within September, October, and November. And I will, at the end of the lecture, I will show the timetable and I will explain you to Saturdays, what Saturdays are the working days for you, and these Saturdays we will, I will also deliver some lectures and we will meet on practices. I'm reminding you the my email address, pavelbrin at Uknet. Actually, you can use also the corporate email, but sometimes I have some problems with downloading documents from this mailbox, so I'm kindly asking you to send all the tasks to my emails. And as I said you, it is possible to take just 3 attempts per one task. And please keep in mind that in this course, certainly if you are choosing the way A, I'm not your like tutor, but I'm your invited expert. So I will help you to understand some maybe difficult points within strategic management. If you forget to use to add some information, I will kindly ask you to add this information. So I do believe that everybody after our course, everybody who used the way A, everybody will have 5A 100 points. But if you want to present me the paper at the end of November, it is your possibility, but then I will be your tutor and I will check the paper just as is, and that's all. So if you are choosing the way A, just to explain, it's not possible to have less than 5A 100 because I will help you to prepare every task in the best way. So we will have our common folder as we had. This folder will contain all the presentations, the links to the video of the lectures, the textbooks, the basics textbook for our course is Thompson and Strickland Strategic Management, and also it will be the progress file. So generally, how it was last year, it will be also 7 tasks. It will be some links to YouTube. Here it will be your surnames, and here it will be written the points per every task. Not just done, but it will be some points. It is a very unpredictable situation with the fact that this year we are not communicated. They are not communicating with Slovenians because they changed their curriculum and they shifted this course to the second year. So this year they do not have the course for our communication. I'm really sorry, but still. This is the basic book for our course, and you will find it in our folder, and you will find it in our folder in two versions, in Ukrainian versions and in English version. So maybe if somebody has some problems with understanding some points, you can read about these points not in English but in your native language. And here are the grade system for the course. First of all, you will have to create the description of the company, then to create missions, 3 missions, one for the company and two for two departments. Then you will have to create objectives for the company. Then you have to create industry analysis according to some form. Then you have to conduct the analysis of 5 forces by Michael Porter. Then you will have to create a strategic group mapping for your company, and then you will have to choose the type of your strategy. And I will summarize all the points, and your point will be like your final grade after the course. And before you will ask the questions, I will also want to present you the examples of such paper, and then you will ask all your questions, okay? So, just a moment. Just a moment. I will present this very example last time, but I'd like to repeat. So you will have to begin with the description of the company. It must be with some pictures just to explain the products of the company. Okay, they wrote about some company Gute, which produced, and I hope produces, some beautiful things from glass. You will have to explain the shares of every product. You will have to explain some volumes of production and organizational structure of the company. We are missing this point. It is connected with IT strategy. We are not touching this point with term. Then you will have to create missions for the company and missions for 2 departments. Then you will have to create 10 objectives for a company, and we will discuss it in details. Actually, we discussed smart technology for objectives within last course, but during this course we will also speak about how to connect, how to support every objectives with tasks. Then you will have to prepare industry analysis, but according to the given structure, should be market size, scope of competitor rivalry, okay, and etc. We will discuss it within the lecture. Then you will have to prepare the 5 forces analysis by Michael Porter. Then you will have to create the strategic group mapping for your industry and for your company, and to set the company in some box. And finally, you will have to select the type of the strategy. You will have to select the competitive advantage for the company. Okay, I'm coming back to the structure of the final grade, and having presented all the tasks, you will have some grade, and I do hope that everybody will have the grade 5A 100. And last time it was the question whether it is possible to prepare some small task just for 3E. Yes, it is possible. If you want to prepare just these small tasks just for 3E, please send me email and I will send the task to your email. And for now, the course is completely okay, not the course, the task, the course paper is completely presented, and I'm waiting for your questions.
Actually, I have a question about the company I wanted to choose. If it's possible, I wanted to discuss them with you. I have 3 companies, and I don't know which one would be better to choose for such course.
Okay. We will do it, but Eduard, let's do it after the final part of the lecture, because today I want to present you 3 presentations, not personally you, but for everybody. Okay. So after the last presentation, I will wait for you and we will discuss. We will have time to discuss your propositions. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Now I'm asking for the questions regarding the presented information. Okay, Daria?
I've got a question. The example of the presentation that you gave was about the company which produces products. Is it possible to choose the one which produces services?
Yes, it is completely possible. I will explain the company, the type of the company today, but okay, if you asked me, it is possible, I will answer to this question now. It is possible to use as an example any company producing of a product or some services, except there are only 2 exceptions: financial services and insurance, because it is rather difficult to use some instruments of strategic management. It will be difficult for you. So by these exceptions, I'm helping you. Okay. If about services, for example, there are a lot of examples of using some such companies. Somebody used language school. Somebody last year. Somebody used beauty salons. Somebody used okay, I don't remember, but okay, there are a lot of examples. But actually, last year it was 2 examples: language school and beauty salon. So completely possible. And just a tip. You'd better to use the company which will be an object of your bachelor diploma, because within the course it will be prepared, I think, more than 2/3 of your the chapter 2 of your bachelor thesis. So when you are choosing the company which you suppose to use as a object of your bachelor research, you will help yourself. But actually, it is just my tip. You can use any company. You can use any company, any Ukrainian company, any company which has business in Ukraine, in the Ukraine. And for international students, you are welcome to use any company. For Ukrainian students, you have to choose only Ukrainian companies. Okay, any questions? No questions. Okay, then we are switching to the second part of our lecture. When we are switching to the second part of our lecture. Okay, so here I'd like to present you the general idea of the course. Shame on me, but I have understood this idea not after the first, even not after the first year of delivering this very course. And to explain it, I'd like to discuss with you one point, and with the help of this point, I do hope everything will be clear for you. What do you think? What is the most difficult thing in business? Dear students, I am inviting you to some discussion.
Yes, maybe first of all, if I'm going to invent some new business, it's a crucial thing to find an investments to open it.
Yes, it is. I completely agree with you, but it's not crucial. It is crucial, but I think it's not the most important. If you have the brilliant business idea, it is quite difficult maybe to find some money, but it is possible. And if we compare your idea with your not idea, but this problem with the fact that you do not have business idea, you see? So Maybe somebody has another ideas.
I had actually your idea about that. When I wanted to start my own business, it's hardly to choose what kind of business I want to start.
Okay. Actually, I would say that these that this statement is correct, but I'd like everybody to formulate it with a little bit in a little bit different form. In a little bit different form. Okay. If we are thinking about functional strategy of any company, what function is the main for any company?
Maybe planning.
Not functions of management. I'm speaking not about planning, organizing, motivating, and controlling. Now we are speaking about functional spheres, functional domains of the company, such as financing, marketing, HR, etc. Okay, maybe somebody has another ideas.
Maybe you mean logistics?
Okay, if I have a demand for some product, is it possible to organize anything, producing of anything in Ukraine? Okay, now there are a lot of problems connected with this awful situation with war in Ukraine. But if speaking about the peaceful situation, so is it possible to produce anything in Ukraine? Why not? It is maybe a little bit more expensive compared with producing in Asia because we have winters and we have to use heating, so it will be more expensive. But theoretically, is it possible? Yes. But without one point, it's not possible to uh, to use to create a company.
Maybe it's about building a team and strategic of this team.
Okay, maybe it's not your problem, but it's mine. It's mine. It's my problem, and I'm not a good teacher. That it's rather difficult for me to set you a question and to get this answer, because I know that you are very clever students. You are smart. So actually, I wanted to hear from you that the most important and the most difficult thing in business is to sell the product or a service. Because when you are when you have some product to sell, it is possible to organize producing of anything. But if you do not have customers for your product, it's not possible, completely not possible to run a business. So that's why the most important and the most difficult thing in business is to selling some goods. And actually, just a moment, I'd like to show you a small video. Dear students, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
I think you know this movie, Wolf of Wall Street. Has anybody watched to this movie?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
please watch this small video.
I'm sorry, we don't have any
Sound. Yeah.
sound. Yeah.
You don't have any sound. Okay. And I don't know how to watch it with sound. Okay, I will send you this link to our group. Do you hear me now? Hello?
Yes. Now, yes.
It was some problems maybe with internet. So, dear students, I will send you the video to our group, but who watched this video, you remember that it was the need in the center of the center of the selling process. Yes, and this guy sold a pen. Maybe you remember this episode. And what the strategic management is about? How to define the need and how to uh, create a plan for satisfying the need in the best way. In the best way. And I'd like to play with you. Do you see my presentation again?
Yes.
Okay, great. I think everybody knows what is it. It is a USB flash card. Okay, and please think about the situation that you are the salesperson in sub shop, and I came to your shop, and there are a lot of USB flash cards, and you want to help me. Actually, you want to sell me not this very flash card, but you want to help me to satisfy my need in the best way. So I'm I came to your shop, and I'm asking, okay, please help me to please help me to satisfy my need. I need the flash card to keep my information. And you are saying, okay, you should better to take this very flash card, because, and I will use the blackboard. Just a moment. Sorry, I tried to do it. Do you see the blackboard now, dear students?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, dear students, please say your ideas. Why should I buy this very flash card?
First of all, I wanted to ask my client what about the volume of flashcard they need.
Okay, it is no, not maybe you are not and you haven't understood the idea. You are just persuading me, but your idea not to sell me this very, but your task is to define my need and to provide the best way of satisfying all the needs. So, for example, you can say, okay, I'm just rephrasing your idea. So you are just saying that, okay, this flash is, I don't know, 64 gigabytes, and it's completely enough to store any documents you have. Big volume. Okay, what else?
Also, this flashcard will allow you to transfer information from one computer to another. If you choose a higher volume, it will allow you to store more. In case you're a driver, you will be able to plug it
Okay,
into your
okay,
car.
but please don't repeat the ideas. The idea was that, okay, and please, it is not only for you, but for everybody. Everybody knows that, what is it? Yes, and any flashcard helps you to store some information. We are speaking about why should I choose this very flashcard, okay?
It is the cheapest variant you can find, and the
Great.
quality is
Yes,
appropriate for this price.
great. Completely agree.
Also, this flashcard has a string
Just a moment.
attached.
Just a moment.
Sorry.
Just a moment. I'm writing after you. Okay. Okay. What else?
This flashcard, as far as I noticed, has the string attached, so it will be harder for you to lose it somewhere. Also, it has a case which will protect it from dirt and other things. So it will, you will be able to use it for a longer time comparing to other models.
Okay, you mentioned two ideas. It has some belt, really, which help not to lose it, and maybe it is protected from water, for example. Okay, what else?
The quality of the brand is very high, so it's like a well-known brand, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Just a moment. First of all, I only want to correct the first part of your speech. So now we are discussing the quality. Quality means it's like a very difficult characteristic, very big characteristic of the product. For example, if we are speaking about some book, and if we are speaking about flashcard, everything has some quality, and the quality of the product consists of several characteristics depending on the type of the product. And now we are speaking about these very characteristics. So please do not use now the general word quality. And regarding the brand, okay, I am completely agree. So it is it is Kingston. It is Kingston. So you can say, okay, listen to me. If somebody sees that you are using Kingston, you will, how to say, everybody will know that you are a rather fashionable guy, that you are using such a brand. Okay, it's maybe some joke, but it can be, if you speak about some clothes, it could be. Okay, what else?
Sorry, I just want to rephrase my remark about quality. I can say instead of that that we will give a guarantee for 5 years, maybe, or 10 years.
Okay, okay. It could be some additional warranty.
You can talk about previous success with the product.
What do you
Previous
mean?
success, like give how well the product has done previously in the market.
You know that then I'm buying something, I don't care about anything which is not connected with me. So please show me my benefits. Okay, there are some benefits. Okay, if you buy these, it is a bigger volume compared with others. This is that it is the cheapest, so you will pay less money compared with other flashcards. You will have some belts, and um, your profit is that you will keep this flashcard. It is protected, so if you put it in the water, so you will keep the information. It is well-known brand, so it is like supporting you as fashionable customer. Okay, we will add the warranty, so it will be 5 year, or some flashcards provide even lifelong warranty. So it is possible to change if something is wrong. So you will give this flashcard to us, and we will provide you with new. And Nadezhda, I didn't understand your idea. What benefit should I have if this company is well-known company? We spoke about the brand, okay, so, but if you want to add some information, it must be some new information, okay?
I suggest that I got an idea of Nadezhda. Maybe she meant about feedbacks from other users of these flashcards. So I think it's really important, because I've never buy something without reading some feedback.
Yes, yes, I completely agree with you. This point. I also read the reviews, because nowadays we have to buy everything, not everything, but mostly via internet. We began to do it when it was COVID pandemic, and now it is war. Also, we have to use internet, and we always read the reviews. But now we are speaking about what is written in the reviews. Okay, have you got my idea, Lisa? Okay, we are generally not speaking about the reviews, okay, but we are speaking what is written good in the reviews.
I can add to this idea that this flashcard was a top selections of our customers. So this particular model was chosen like many times more comparing to other models, like top
Please
selection of
add.
customers.
Okay, Daria, the same question to you, and please tell why. Okay, please tell why. So this model is chosen by our customers because it's warranty, or because it's big volume, or because it has some belt, or because it has some protection. Please, maybe somebody adds some more characteristics.
Can I add another thing?
Sorry, Dasha, continue.
So, for example, if this is an expensive product, we can also offer to pay, like to give a credit for this particular product, or to pay by parts, like in 2 parts or in 3. So,
Or some discount, okay? Yeah, maybe.
yeah, something like an installment plan, because discount, maybe we're planning to sell it really expensive and it's not the, I don't know, the seasonal sale, and we can offer installment plan instead.
Okay, okay, not better ways, but it should be written better options.
Can I also add my tips or my sentence?
Yeah, sure.
I want to add about appearance of this flashcard. It's really compact and convenient for using, like, because it looks really gentle, or not gentle, like beautiful, and without any better things, or how it could be explained. Like it looks,
first of all, it is small and it has good design.
Yeah, good
yes?
design.
For
Yes.
example, yes. Yes, I like it. And actually, you know, frankly speaking, I I'm used to beginning my course with the case, but for this very case, I used another flashcard, but I left it in Kharkiv. Now I'm in western part of our country. So that card was really like rubber made, and it was very pleasant just to keep this flash card in hand. So it could be good design. I understand what you're talking about. Okay, what else? Okay, when you got the marketing course, I think from marketing course, you remembered that we can support our product with something which is not connected with the main functions of the product. What it could be, if we are speaking about this flashcard.
Maybe we can offer a case for it.
For example, but actually case is connected somehow, but what could be provided which is not connected with the main functions of this? Somebody began to say something, please.
It was me. I just can suggest that it is supported by every devices you have. We can tell to our customer.
No, I meant something different, but it could it be sold with some present, for example? For example, could it be sold with some music or some movie, some application in this very, okay, if you know that I haven't seen this point about flashcard, but if we are speaking about some storages, some bigger storages, it is always sold with some applications, okay? or maybe if you buy this flashcard, you will be given by a pen, for example, just a present, something. Okay, thank you for taking part in this game, and I just want to summarize the ideas. We are speaking, you spoke about the quality, and you spoke about the price. And generally, there are two main competitive advantages. To say something with better quality, to say, okay, if you buy this, you will have some benefits. And these benefits could be connected with main functions, additional functions, or something which is not connected with the product. Just some additional benefits which are not connected with the product. For example, it is the classical example from marketing when some company, I think it is Maxwell House, it was Maxwell House, but I can be mistaken, so you can read it, we can check it. So they began, but it was the company, definitely the company which produced the instant coffee. So they sold it in the glass packs, and housekeepers like to buy it because these containers can be used to store, for example, sugar or something else. So there are some benefits which are not connected with the product. However, people can like it. And the second point is that we can say, okay, the products are completely similar, and but you can buy our products cheaper. Please think when it is possible to use these two basic strategies. And actually, from what I told you, there are two basic strategies. The first is leading on quality, and the second is leading on price. And now I'd like to ask you to think when it is possible to use these types of strategies. Let's begin with the second, the price leadership. When it is possible to use this type of competitive advantage, to use this strategy, when people think only about price. I'm stressing, dear students, only about price.
When they have a limit sum of money.
Yes, when we are speaking about the lowest segments of market, we need, for example, some clothes. If it is very cold and if we have limit of money, we will we will look for only the cheapest. But let's speak about not these lowest segments of any market, but let's think about the normal situation. When buying something, people think only about the price.
maybe when they have two of appropriate options, two of appropriate products, but they cannot choose one of them, so they will choose cheapest one.
Not actually. Not actually. Okay. Please. Okay. Please look at you. It's not only for you, Alessia, but for everybody. Now you have some clothes and on you. And when you wanted to buy these very t-shirt, for example, you thought about that. You should like the textile should be from cotton made. It will be good for you to wear it in summer. It should be fashionable enough. It should be your boyfriend or your girlfriend should like you in this very t-shirt. Then maybe you thought that this t-shirt is produced by CSR company which used corporate social responsibility approach. So maybe this company helps to refugees or something like that. So there are a lot of characteristics, but somebody, when customer wants to buy something, he or she should think only about price, not about the mentioned characteristics. I am helping you to answer the questions. And please explain me the situation.
When they choose among the similar products.
Yes. How we can name these products with other words, not similar, but for example, when it is the situation that you don't have to gather the information about the product because you know everything about this product from something. Okay, but Alessia basically answered to this question. We call this product as standard product. For example, when you are then your job is to support your confectionery business with sugar. So you need sugar and you will think only about the price. Yes, you can think about the delivery system, but it is all connected with the price because the product is standard and it's not possible to add some characteristics to it. Actually, if the product is standard and it's not possible to add any characteristics, we are using this strategy. If products differ widely, so we can add some characteristics, we have to choose the first strategy, and we call our strategy as differentiation. And dear students, do you see the blackboard now?
Yes, we see. Do you do any changes there?
And now I'm switching to. Do you see my presentation now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and actually, what was the main outcome from our case? The first, if we want to be profitable, we have to select the sustainable competitive advantage. Actually, the word sustainable has two meanings in English. Sustainable means the first meaning is sustainable, that it's not only for 2 days but for future, and the second sustainable, the second like meaning of the word sustainable is that this product or this strategy is meeting the ecological standards. Now we are speaking about the first meaning of the word. So sustainable means not only for now but also for future. So we must have sustainable competitive advantage, and there are only two ways of sustainable competitive advantage: price leadership or quality leadership or differentiation. And we can use differentiation strategy by main functions, by additional functions, or by products with the support. And our course is how to define competitive advantage for your company, and how to craft the strategy basing on these very competitive advantage. And during our course, we will speak about all these issues connected to this problem. So I hope that after our course, you will be able to create business strategy for strategical business units. And the short review for our course. So generally, there are two basics types of the strategy: low-cost leadership and broad differentiation strategy. For creating these, we have to begin mission of the company. Then we have to create objectives. We have to support our mission with objectives. We will have to understand the situation in industry. We will have to analyze all our rivals. And we will use the 5 forces model to understand the situation on the industry. Then we have to understand maybe there are a lot of competitors who are using the same strategy with us, and we have to create this picture. And finally, we have to create the strategy based on these examples. And actually, this is the short description of the course. And finally, at this very picture, you can see the strategic management chain from mission to selecting part of the market and selecting type of the strategy. This is your tasks. And finally, I'm coming back to the last small presentation. It is the task for next time. Dear students, do you see my presentation where is written description of the company?
Yes.
Yeah, we see.
Okay, so in 3 weeks, you have to prepare such a description. You have to choose a company, and the company should produce products or services. You have to provide some pictures of the products, or if it is services, how the company provides these services, like it was with glasses. Okay, this in my example. Then it could be some pie diagrams for types of products. Then it must be volumes of productions in units and in money units, so it should be in tons, liters, and some units, some maybe other units, and it should be in money for the last 3 years. And it must be some organizational structure for your company. And finally, if the company is a diversified company, you should mention that, okay, the paper will be written about the one strategical business units. For example, if you choose Chumak, okay, I am writing this paper about ketchup. And in your further work, you will describe only this very part of the company. Because if you take all diversified company, in this very case, you will have to analyze as many industries and markets as company has strategical business units. And it's too difficult, so you are selecting only one type of one strategical business unit. And if your company is a single business company, in this very case, you are analyzing only like the whole business, and that's all. So now it is the 7th of September, so the deadline is the 28th of September. And before you begin to ask me a question, I'd like to show you the last thing that, in just a moment, regarding the Saturdays. I will help you not to forget, but now I'm just presenting you. Do you see the file Розклад Брінь 2022?
Yeah, we see.
So we are meeting 2 more times at the 8th of October, at the 12th of November, at the 10th of September, and at the 15th of October. But you are meeting not with me. It's because, for example, the 7th of December is shifting. It's not just the 7th, it means 7th of December. The 7th of December shifts to the 8th of October. But I will help you not to forget. So our next Saturday, working Saturday, is the 10th of September. So one day before, I will help you not to forget. I will write about it in our chat. So please don't forget that tomorrow we are meeting. But as far as this is practice, we are meeting only if somebody has questions. I will be, but it's not your obligation to come. Okay, dear students, I presented all the information which I wanted to present today, and now I'm listening to all the organizational questions, and when we will discuss with Eduard his company. Okay, any questions?
Yes, maybe question, should we write the companies in the chat?
Yes. Yes, you are to write the titles of the company in our chat, and you are not only to write the company, but also you have to mention the industry, because it could be the situation. Okay, you can use, okay, the company, I don't know, Star. I don't know what is company, and you will mention the industry. And actually, it will be more interesting for everybody if we use different industries. So I will ask maybe somebody to change the company because this very industry is taken by a lot of students. Okay. What else? No questions. Okay. So, Eduard, please, let's discuss your question.
Ну, у меня было несколько... Можно на русском?
You should maybe
English, okay,
it's better in English because we have international students in our chat, so it's not polite to
sorry,
speak.
let it be.
Mhm.
Well, I have some, I don't know, variants for my future company that I will choose. I have Nova Poshta, Russian, International Ukrainian Airlines, and AVK. As I saw, your previous students had Nova Poshta and Russian, and that is why I think that there won't be any problem if I choose one of the company, right?
Actually, it is possible to choose any from these four companies. Any from these four companies, all these companies are completely good, but the only idea if you are choosing the diversified company such as, for example, Roshen or AVK, you should choose only one strategical business unit. For example, because, for example, as you know, Roshen is producing even butter now.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so you just choosing, for example, some cakes or biscuits or candies or chocolates or some butter. Actually, I'm not keeping eye at this company, so maybe they have added more strategical business units. So you have to provide a description, and then you have to choose only one strategical business unit. But everything you mentioned are the good options. So just think what is better for you. What is, because to prepare this course paper, it must be pleasant for you to work at this paper.
And one more question. What do you think about the way if I choose something like private entrepreneur? For example, Griffon Socks. It's a private entrepreneur that produces socks and sells them via the internet, via the Instagram account.
It is possible, completely possible. Yes, it is. It's you don't you are not limited with the size of the company. It could be big company, the huge company as Roshan, or it could be some small entrepreneur. I don't know this entrepreneur which was mentioned by you, but why not? Yes, it is possible.
Well, thank you very much.
Can I please clarify? You told that we are mandatory to choose Ukrainian company, or it could be
Yes.
whenever.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Your obligation is the obligation of all Ukrainian students to choose the Ukrainian company which operates at Ukrainian market. Yes. But all the information can be gathered from open sources. But for some information, to gather some information, you have to visit, for example, if you choose some company connected with food, for example, you will have some task to go to supermarkets to gather some information about rivals, etc. It will be interesting, believe me.
And I have question, Pavel Volodymyrovich. If it's a company, can be like Philip Morris, and it operates now in Ukraine, it has the biggest factory in Kharkiv region. Can I?
Yes. Yes, why not? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
My
It's
question.
not possible. It's not just a moment. It's not possible just to use some companies which are only selling some products or services here, but it's situated not here. For example, it's not possible to use, for example, Hewlett Packard or Microsoft. Okay. It's not possible for Ukrainian students, but if the company is international, but they have some separated some Ukrainian company here, so it's possible. So Philip Morris possible, yeah. Any questions? No. Then this is the first lecture. I will upload it to YouTube. All these 3 presentations will be available also in our common folder. I will create a common folder right now, and I will send you the link in our chat. And dear students, please put your hands on if you are in our Telegram chat, because we have moved from Viber to Telegram. If you are presented in this very group, please. Anastasia, Nadezhda, Ruslana, are you still in? Nadezhda, I see. Ruslan, Anastasia. Okay, everybody is in Telegram, and I will send the links only in Telegram. Okay, see you. Bye bye.
Thank you for the
Bye-bye.
lecture. Bye bye.
Thank you for the lecture.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for the lecture. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.